Round 2, we got a one-lander, but I am definitely going to keep this. This is a good hand. Opponent is playing first. See what we're up against. Not sure yet. So we get to go Hierarch turn 1. We're not going to play the Mox yet. Turn 2, Fellows. Definitely anxious to get this smokestack online since it's going to be more brutal against him, I imagine. All right, Baleful Strix, no problem there. All right, land is good. So theoretically, I could bust out smokestack now, which is actually pretty good, especially if I can follow it up with a Plow Under. I could get Rafellos online right now, but I kind of want to get this smokestack online. I'm trying to think if that's wrong. I don't think it is. I guess he just sacrifices Baleful Strix to start. What do we sacrifice? I'm not sure. Rafellos, remember, only ramps for 1 right now, which means we can get up to 5 mana for Plow Under. I'm going to get the smokestack out. I want to try it out. I want to see what it can do. It affects our opponent first anyway, so it doesn't matter. Plus, if we can get a Plow Under or Stunted Growth going, I think it's going to be pretty brutal. All right, no plays. So we want to click the put a soot counter first so that we resolve the sack a permanent thing first. So we click this one. Yep. All right. So we don't sack anything. Then we put a soot counter on it. Sword of Worn Peace. Pretty good. Definitely good next turn. Could do Rafellos. So let's just do Rafellos. If he wants to counter it, so be it. All right. No more plays, so we'll pass. He's going to sack Baleful Strix. It's okay if he kills Rafellos. Rafellos isn't insane right now anyway. All right. That's pretty good. Uh-oh. Reanimation, huh? That's scary. So he's going to sack a Baleful Strix. What are we sacking? Guess we're sacking Mox Ruby. All right. It's actually okay. It's not great, admittedly, but it's not the end of the world. And Una's Prowler. All right. Guess that's his next sack target here. So I gotta sack something. I guess we are sacking Mox Ruby. Damn. I guess I can plow under. No, I can't, because I needed a land drop there. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. All right, let's drop the sword. That's just going to be sack fodder now, I think, even though it can get by the Sphinx. Missing the land drops here is pretty harsh, but I can't do anything about it. So I guess it's going to be a Prowler and Swamp or an Island. Probably a Swamp. Yeah. Not thrilled about how this game's going, but it's not over yet. So I guess on my turn I got to sack Sword and Island. And that way if I draw a forest, I can have 5 mana. Well, that sucks. Yeah. That was probably the best thing he could have played against the smokestack, so that's truly unfortunate. But I can do nothing about it. Yeah, that was actually the best possible thing I think he could have played there. Think about how many fronts that screwed us. He just ramped himself, he has a sack thing, and he can block if I wanted to keep my sword. That was brutal. What a brutal card to play there. All right, I think we're on the same game plan. Sack, sword, and I hate how this is going. I have all this mana ramp. Why am I having problems with this? I could sack my smokestack now, but then I don't know how we're winning against Sphinx. I could sack smokestack and Sword of War and Peace. And then if I draw something, I do what? I just equip an attack. He blocks with a Solemn. Maybe that Sword of War and Peace is my only way to win this. I guess I'm sacking Smokestack Island. Pretty unhappy with how that Smokestack turned out, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Still can't hit a land, which is unfortunate. Guess I'd rather equip my Noble. This is going pretty horrifically for us. Pretty surprised he took that. Could have blocked with Solemn. Drawn a card. Which would have been an Omega setback. He has another artifact creature to block with. I do not like how this guy got around Smokestack, I'll tell you that much. How do I keep playing against guys that have Ancestral? Come on. I'm so tired of playing against Ancestral Recall. Such a dumb card. Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's about time to concede, guys. No point in showing him anymore. No road to recovery that I could possibly see here. Do we have any sort of graveyard hate? I want to say no. Reanimator's a pretty uncommon strategy, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of pieces that have to come together to make it work, but our opponent's got, well, didn't have any problem seeing any of them there. Any way to come back into this game? Not that I can think of. I can't think of a possible way back in this game. Yeah, it's so late. Doesn't matter. All right. That sucks. Let's try this again. So we're going to have to just draw better. Just one of those things where you got to draw better and you do better. Pretty complicated, right? All right. Anything else? No, 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 no. Everything else seems fine. I still think Smokestack's fine too. It just didn't draw lands, which would have changed everything. So we needed to change everything and we just couldn't. Just could not hit those lands. We've got all the enchantment artifact disruption we need for animate deads and stupid stuff like that. We had it all. We just couldn't get it. Couldn't get there. Could cut the Sword of Warren piece for like, what, a Thrag Tusk, but I don't know what good that does either. Sword of Warren piece still protects from like swords or something like that. I think we just try again and draw better. All right. Not a very good hand because there's no ramp, but we have natural order, so I guess I got to keep it. Natural order not going to be as good against this opponent, I imagine. Pretty awkward actually having Kozilek and Woodfall Primus in my hand, but could draw maybe Fauna Shaman, which would be pretty helpful. That was actually the worst draw we could have gotten there. The absolute worst draw was Progenitus, and that's what we got. So not very happy with the start already. Not exactly in a pleasant mood after drawing Progenitus with a 10-drop, 8-drop keep hand. Pretty horrific. How about an island to make up for it? No? Wall of Roots is tolerable. So we don't even really have a good target to go into anymore. I guess Terastodon. Nuke my opponent's board. I've got that going for me. Problem is, he doesn't need much lands to operate. Can't even get the Primus. I have to get Terastodon off the Wall of Roots. That's the best I got. God, that Ancestral makes my blood boil so much. Makes my blood boil. So sick of this card. If I don't have to play against it, I don't care, but I feel like I play against Ancestral Recall in every draft. Fauna Shaman. Well, he's got Elish Norn online next turn, so I guess we just have to go for Natural Order into Terastodon, nuke his board. Hope he doesn't have a counterspell. That's all I got. If he gets Elish Norn back off of Reanimate, we're just done, son. But I don't know what else to take out. I just have to hope he doesn't hit a Black Source into Reanimate. He drew so well, though. So I got to play Fauna Shaman now. And ditch, I guess, Kozilek maybe. So I can get my Natural Order back. As soon as he hits a Black Source, he just gets to go reanimate Elish Norn and destroy us. Yeah, we're done. GG's. It was fun while it lasted. Once again, drawing Progenitus could not have been worse. So, just pretty horrific draws this match, but you got to expect to draw horrifically sometimes. Can't draw like money all the time. So, I'm going to have to unhappily accept how this game went down and move on with my life. And I'm 1 damage short of killing him, too. Is that really what just happened? I'm 1 damage short of killing him. Yeah, that sums up this game nicely. Almost there, but not quite. Played around the mutagenic growth. It was a smart move. I can't do anything, so I pass and lose ungraciously and unhappily. Alright, so we're going to move into match 3, which I have to win, unfortunately. It's always nice winning your round 2 and not feeling the pressure in round 3, but unfortunately I'm in pressure mode going into round 3, so I'll see you then.